Check that out. That's going to be our second of these in a row. 2 uncirculated coins, so I'm going to pick it up and reveal. Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and I'm super excited. We're going to be continuing to hunt through these boxes. We got 5,000 pennies, $50 face value up for today, and we're trying to fill out our folders, which has been a pretty successful pursuit recently. Again, different date and mint mark combinations. Obviously, also continuing just to hunt for quantities of wheat cents as well as Indian head cents, errors, proofs, Civil War tokens, Flying Eagle cents, foreigns, you name it, we're going to be looking for it. So let's get into the hunt. Don't want to waste any more time and see what we can uncover today. And talk about a great start. Hadn't got any enders in a long time, and we got one right there, so we'll get to that one later. Our first roll with anything in it, we went through 4 before we got this one. We have a 1936 right there, which is awesome. It's going to be a first for us since we restarted the folders. And we got a 1956D, which also might be a first. I believe it is as well. So really excited about that start to the hunt, and 2 folder fillers, is a great start in one roll. And it took about 11 more rolls, but we did get another find here. This one's really nicked up. 1944 is going to be the date on that. And wow, I hadn't even seen the back. That almost looks like somebody, was playing with it as a toy or something, kind of scratching it around. But we'd already found one of those. One thing to clarify, though, is this is, I think, my 4th set of boxes, so we're 20,000 pennies after this. But I reset the folders. I still know which ones I've found overall, and I've held on to those, but I reset the folders beginning about 3 videos ago so that I could replicate another hunt of 100,000. So with that being said, we've got a lot more rolls to go, and I'm optimistic about the results. And awesome, sweet, we got a huge find, and I'll explain why. 1946S, so that's a really tough one to get. That's from the San Francisco Mint, the S mint mark, but I was talking about being optimistic, and this one is actually a find that I've literally never ever found in my coin roll hunting. So I'd seen 36 in the past, I'd seen, I think it was 56D, but have never ever gotten a 1946S, which makes it 10 times better. I call these legacy finds. This will be contributing to my overall project to find all of the coins in the penny series in circulation. So hugely excited about this, and like I said in the past videos, even if the quantity isn't as large of what we're finding, I'm always super excited when I can fill out some rare dates. And we're going to check in 2 rolls later with another find. So pace has been very solid. 1953 is going to be the year on that one. Really happy about that. And this one took about 5 more rolls to get, but another sweet find, 1951D, is going to be this one. And again, that's one that I've already found, but I really like getting a little bit of a mix with the mint marks, which we've had half of our 6 finds so far come with today, so that's pretty cool. And right now, I think we have 24 rolls, We've hunted 26 in the first box. And we're back in action. Fortunately, we got our first foreign, including Canadians. 1978 is going to be the date on that one. But then we got this sweet penny to reveal. Looks pretty new. We'll see what it is. 1940. So solid find. I'm just going to check quickly. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah, so that's also going to be a folder filler. Didn't think we'd found any of those in the past 20,000 coins. And great find there. So really happy about that one. Now we've got what looks like 16 rolls left in the first box. 3 rolls later, we're going to get another addition, so pretty happy about that. Now we've got 8 finds so far today, and this one is a 1951D. Only cool thing about it is that it looks like it's a filled 5, so I don't know, I guess that's like a little cud. I bet it's a cud where the die chips at the, the section of the 5. So happy about that find. Back looks pretty normal. And very happy to report another find. This one is in the very next roll. 1946 is going to be the date, so nothing crazy there in terms of what the actual content is, but always happy to keep on upping the totals in terms of finds in a box. And we got another find. Now we've got 7 rolls left, so probably like 4 rolls in between them, I think. 1957D isn't going to be anything too crazy or out of the ordinary, but another good find. Keep on plugging. And we got another find. I think this one's 2 rolls later. 1946. Not going to say too much about it other than that it's been the most wheat pennies that we found in a box in a little while, so that's always a reason to be happy. Not too many Canadians, though, but I'd much rather have the wheats than the Canadians. And the very last roll of the first box, what do we find? Nothing worse than a 1945S. That is awesome. It's just a damaged date. It's not a doubling there, but that is sweet. That's going to be our second estimate mark so far today, as well as a folder filler in our new series. So super, super excited about that. I think that brings our total of wheat finds to 12 in the first box, and we're going to hope to continue that pace in the second. And it's a similar story to the very first box. We're going to kick it off with a double find, and also coins that we've seen pretty frequently today, first being a 1946. The second is a 1951D. That's the one that I'm kind of more curious about because, you know, we see a lot of 46s normally. We don't have the same experience with the 1951D. And actually, I'm going to check after I do this segment to see if that isn't some sort of doubling. Just looks a little extra, repunched mint mark, I should say. A little extra metal there, but not too sure about that one. We'll keep going with the last 46 rolls. And nothing too wild in this report. 3 rolls later, we're going to have a 1944, and I checked a little closer. Did not look like that 1951D was a repunch mint mark. Also something cool. Looks like we got somewhat of a split rim. That won't really add any value, but just kind of neat on the southeast part there. And just a few rolls later, we got a 1957 wheat penny, so that's also going to be another one where it's not a crazy find individually, but it's definitely a good pace that we've been getting coins at. That's 4 coins out of 9 rolls. And pretty excited, looks like we have a reveal here, so we'll see if we can't strike something pretty neat. 1951D, awesome. So super cool to get so many of those. It's just not common whatsoever for me to have found them when I was hunting the last 100,000 pennies. So really cool to just keep on getting those today. Obviously, I'd like some variants, but that's pretty neat as well. And this was the ender cent. I honestly realized that I was opening it as I was opening the roll, so I didn't get to save it or anything to be fully live, but we'll see what it is. 1955. So that's the date I found, but a good date nonetheless. That brings our total to 6 in 13 rolls. Just a phenomenal amount of coins that we're finding here. So really pumped. And a few more rolls went by, but we got a combo again. So there's going to be 2 pennies in this roll. And I guess that means it's probably about on average pace. So we got 1940 as our first one. Hoping for something older, but this looks pretty normal. And it is 1957D is going to be our second find. So now we've got 31 rolls to go, hoping for a big find in those. Alright, and I'm pretty pumped up here because I took a close look at this penny and it looks pretty worn. So we might have something older on our hands. Let's check it out. Alright, 1955 was not what I was thinking. I was hoping for something a little bit older, but it is what it is. Happy to get another wheat cent here. We've gotten a solid amount so far, and we got 21 rolls left. And check that out. It's something that has been awesome to see. And this is the second. It's not super uncirculated, but it is in pretty good shape. So I'm looking forward to checking out what is on the front. Let's do it. And we got a 1956D. I think that we've found one of those in the past, but it's still cool because I haven't found any 56Ds in that good shape. I know that for sure. So really happy to get an AU, BU, probably I would say high AU is my best guess, but a coin with a little bit of original luster. That is something that's pretty rare to see when we're finding wheat pennies out of boxes. So pretty pumped with that. 20 rolls left. Check that out. That's going to be our second of these in a row. 2 uncirculated coins, so I'm going to pick it up and reveal. See what we can get, but really excited. That's just so uncommon, as I was saying on the last time, and the luster on it really nice. Looks better in person than it does on camera. And it's another 1956D. Sweet. So that's going to double up for today. I can't tell which is nicer. This one I think looks overall better. Here has on the left has a little bit of more luster, more concentrated in certain spots, but that's 2 AU, BU coins. As I said before, really excited about that. Not something you get to have happen too often. And on my last hunt, I was getting some of these. Same thing in this hunt. Super weird. We got the masonry, Freemasons symbol. So otherwise regular penny. Obviously there's the imprint on the back from where they struck it, but that's been a common theme in the past 2 hunts. Wonder who's doing that. And a fair amount of rolls did go by since we last found anything, but as has been the case, we made up for it with 2 finds in the same roll. This one is another 1946 as well as a 1948, so nothing crazy on the dates, but that's really adding to our totals. I think that this is the best box in terms of amount of wheat pennies that I've found in a really long time, so I'm happy about that. And I don't know what it is about this box, but we keep on getting them in doubles. Last time we got 46, 48. This time we get 1942, 1944. Super awesome. And it's funny how they all, they're going up by twos in years. They're all the even 40s. I guess 1940 has not been in this specific sequence, but we found it today. Pretty happy though about that. And it looks like we got 8 rolls, so hopefully we can get something in there before we close out the hunt. And we got another double reveal. One of these is going to be a old Canadian, so we'll see what it is. 1964. They had a design switch that came later, so 1964 we get a lot of those pennies in the States and don't think much of them. This one has a little ugly discoloration. The front's going to be 1957D, so nothing crazy, but still another wheat penny. Can never take them for granted. And this was definitely my best hunt in a while. Let's get into the recap. A little light on the Canadians. We only had 6 in total, but that was not a problem whatsoever. Oldest was 64, ranged up 278s and 280s and an 81. It got a free Mason penny. Those are kind of floating around the past few hunts. Then we got a total of 28 wheat pennies. We had 14 from the 50s. 12 of those are here, including 4 51Ds. That was the most found. We had a 53, double 55s, 56D, 157, 357Ds. Then looking forward, we got 2 40s, 142, 2 44s, 1 45S, which was really neat. That's the San Francisco mint mark. We also had 4 1946s, a 46S, and a 48. So rare to see so many San Francisco mint marks. We also kept the train rolling with a 1936. Tough to find those ones from before 1940, so we're certainly happy to see that. And then we had 2 uncirculated or about uncirculated finds, both of those representing 1956D, so that's also something you don't see too often. Sometimes you get one, really rare to get 2 in that good condition. So really happy with the hunt. We've gone a little cold, I'd say. Not really in terms of the quality of finds, but in terms of the quantity, so it's good to just get an overall solid mix with a fair amount of the wheat penny finds. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe even check out the merchandise below. I'd also, if you want to get in touch with me, go to my website, treasuretownYT.com, my Instagram, TreasureTownYT, my Facebook, TreasureTown, my Twitter, TreasureTownYT. All of those links are going to be in the description. And with that, I'll see you on my future videos.